Today, I'm testing 15 of the most viewed TikTok food hacks ever. Coming in at number 15 with 11.7 million views, we have an egg flipping hack. The only special tool you'll need is a lid. So just like her, I'm gonna fry up 4 eggs, and I even have another egg hack from none other than Babish. According to him, the best way to crack an egg is to do the 1-foot drop right onto the counter. I don't know about this. Oh shoot, that almost cracked directly onto the counter. So I like my eggs over medium, but the trick is to slide the eggs onto the lid. Oh, that was easy. And she basically slams it back into the pan. Please work. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I cracked the yolk in the process though. So this creator turned off all the comments to this hack of hers, but I found another hack dupe, and this one had a lot of people saying, or just flip them like the rest of the world. But I'd say this hack worked pretty well. Work smarter, not harder. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna give this hack a 7 out of 10. But keep watching because I have 14 more hacks to show you. We're gonna define a food hack as something that makes food preparation easier or faster, or a food fix that makes your food better. At 15.5 million views, we have a strawberry chocolate hack that's supposed to be perfect for a picnic. So all you have to do for this is basically open up the chocolate bars and let it sit out in the sun. Supposedly, the milk chocolate bar melts faster than the dark chocolate bar. So the creator of this video lives in London, but someone in the comments said in Arizona, chocolate would be boiling, TBH. I live in California, so we'll see if it actually melts too. We'll check on this a little bit later, but moving on. If you have takeout, I have the perfect restaurant style hack for you. This is a rice bowl hack with 17.4 million views, where you're supposed to make your rice bowl look exactly as if it came out of the restaurant. So instead of just plopping rice on your dish, put a smaller ramekin inside of a larger bowl, and then you fill it up with rice. Really compact it down so that it leaves an imprint of like a little bowl within a bowl. And then she just places the plate right on top of the bowl and flips it over. Oh man, kind of worked. Not really. I didn't have enough rice. Or maybe I should have used like a smaller bowl, but I don't have one that small. So let's push it back together to finish trying this hack. This gives a whole new meaning to rice bowls. Let's add some curry on top. This looks like a pretty creative way to dress up your takeout orders to make it look fancy, but people weren't impressed. They said, we don't have time to waste, and that's 2 extra things that I'd have to wash. It's all going in the same stomach. But to me, I'd say this gets some presentation points, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now we have a bell pepper hack with 19.4 million views. Lots of people found this really useful, and someone said, I will never cut peppers the same way again. This is great. As far as waste, put it in the compost or soup, get a grip. There are lots of people really triggered. So what you're supposed to do is just cut along the crease right here. Hers has 4, mine only has 3. Let's see if it works. And then you kind of just hatch it open. Mine still had the seeds stuck in there. And then you just cut through the crease right here. But people were really triggered and upset by how much waste was left on the stem. I mean, it's not that much. You can kind of just clean it up. This is just silly and wasteful. You just cut around it. Me, every time I see one of these, oh, I'm gonna remember this one, and then I never do. This hack works fine, but is it better than the way I normally cut it, which is just to slice it down half and cut out the seeds? I don't know, 6 out of 10. With 20 million views, we are gonna learn how to fry with less oil. But step 1, you need to learn how to do some origami. She starts off by folding it in half again. Can we play this slow-mo? Okay, now I know why this video has so many views, because trying to follow this origami folding is not that easy. I'm just gonna Google how to do this. This into a triangle. Now we fold this over. The thing with the TikTok video is that it just went by so fast, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I can't do this, but here's my hack for you. If you want to fry with less oil, use a smaller pan. 1 out of 10, just for aesthetics and effort. I have my chicken ready and everything. I have another hack, I'll use this later. You can say this is an inventive way of cooking scrambled eggs without any oil or butter, but this hack has 21.7 million views, and you're basically making poached scrambled eggs. The description of it is actually like poached eggs collided with egg drop soup. Have you ever tried cooking scrambled eggs in boiling water? So once the water starts to bubble and boil, you take a spoon and create a whirlpool. And then she takes the eggs and pours it in slowly to create this flowering scrambled effect. This feels illegal, and just because you can doesn't mean you should. Congrats, I just made egg drop soup. And she doesn't show how to remove it, so I'm just gonna scoop it out of the slotted spoon. There's just a lot of liquid left over. Oh my gosh. The water is just pooling on the plate. It does give scrambled eggs vibes. This is actually a pretty good tip. If you look at the end, the extra moisture will help you slide them into the trash a lot easier. I mean, it does look like scrambled eggs, and very fluffy eggs at that. According to Gordon Ramsay, butter is great for scrambled eggs. Let's try water. It's not bad. The texture is very good. I can't get over the water part, but I think a little bit of salt and pepper would actually make this quite decent. I'm gonna give this scrambled eggs hack, if I can get over the water drip, an 8 out of 10. Next up is a pasta draining hack with 21.8 million views. People had a lot to say about this one. Oh, for heaven's sake. Usually when you drain pasta, you pour it into a colander or something, but this method uses a toothpick to avoid all of that hard work. Puts it in between the pot and the lid, and then she pours the pasta water out through the crack. She had a lot of people stressed out with them toothpicks. Why was that so hard for you? I actually found it to be really easy with the toothpick to pour. Slightly tilt the lid, for God's sake. Even though it worked, I'm gonna give this hack a 7 out of 10. We're only halfway through, so keep watching because the views only get more staggering and the hacks even more mind-boggling, especially the last one. Next up, with 22.8 million views, this is a new mochi. Typically, mochi is made with glutinous flour and it's formed into like this paste that you wrap around stuff like ice cream, fruit, whatever filling you want. But her hack is to use rice paper, and someone in the comments says anything goes too well with rice, even rice paper. Rice goes with everything, I guess. So we take a sheet of rice paper, dip it in water so it gets nice and soaked. It looks like hers is pretty soaked through. And then she adds a scoop of ice cream. I'm using an orange and creamsicle here because I feel like that would be so good in mochi. Wrap it up into an envelope and take a bite. It's an ice cream roll. And I'm excited if it actually checks out because that was really easy. Some people were pretty upset saying this is not mochi. Yeah, this is not mochi. The wrapper down here, it's a lot thicker than the top wrapper, so to get a good bite, you have to bite it really hard, and it hurt my teeth. I'm just gonna try another bite where there's less wrapper. Definitely not for sensitive teeth. This hack gets 5 out of 10. Get the real ice cream mochi. Hey look, it did melt, and then you can tell that the milk chocolate is a lot more runny than the dark chocolate. But according to the comments, if it's that hot outside, you won't be catching me there. I mean, it's only 75 here and it's still melted, so it is possible. She took her strawberry, forked it, and just dipped it right into the chocolate. Let's give it a chocolate bath. Ooh, look at that creaminess. Didn't take any work at all. The sun did the job. I need to try the dark chocolate. Ooh, look at that. Super creamy. A 9 out of 10. Always keep a chocolate bar with you. With 23.3 million views, this is the best technique to get every last drop out of your ketchup or condiments bottle. Typically, a person would just kind of tap the bottom to get everything flowing to the cap. But then you're usually left with a lot of ketchup at the bottom that never really comes out. So this is what she recommends. Stand back, get your pitcher's arm ready, hold it by the bottom, and swing. I just hope the lid doesn't bust open. Hey! I probably could swing a little harder and a few more revolutions, but for the most part, this is pretty cool and kind of fun. Get a workout in it too. Imagine doing this at a family dinner or a date. I would actually